Alright, I need to have this conversation. This is the hip-hop video that I show in this from my Vista phone playing on a downloaded link. Fine, whatever. Here's the deal. What this process is, and we learn this in school. Keep repeating, keep repeating, keep repeating until you understand. You got to reverse engineer it in yourself. Okay? And how did I know I was right? Well, I knew I was right along. You know, each step, I acquired new ways of looking at it to help translate is all I was doing. But I got to a point where I knew. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to find my one. My problem is I found a 3-year-old, now listen, who I tried to communicate to her mom. I'm like, this girl's a fucking genius. So, and through some art classes and stuff, I'm like, this girl knows more than she's saying, which pissed me the fuck off. So anyways, I said some things. I put her on one final test, and I realized that she was already at this JK mark. And I'm like, oh fuck, I don't have all this information down. I've got to do an auto reboot. I've got to figure this out to get this girl what she needs, because she knows more than I do. Additionally, that led me to the idea that not only should your concept be able to be explained to a child or be translated to a child, it should be cross-species. So I was led to Lisa, who, like I just explained, art, so I'm her brother in this idea, so you can call me Bart. But if you look at Walmart, you've been seeing it the whole time. The bee's on its back because he's just sleeping, because the brother's lazy, always. But anyways, we're all painting the story because we don't know the base logic. Once you know the base logic, you can break or change oneself. It literally says that. CHANGE. Okay, change oneself. Acknowledgement in the self. If you look at ASCII F. So, anyways, all right, I'm going down a path that I don't need to go down. Back to that. 4-year-old dog. I had to learn how he talked. I had to learn how the owner talked. And then I had to identify the dog as, and that's Melvin, who I've already explained online, knows how to do programming, and that's the reason why. Given the right tools, he can recreate this from his dog language and communicate things I didn't know, a new language of understanding, because he'll know how to read and speak English. He won't be able to speak it, but he'll be able to hit like buttons, big buttons that would be able to articulate words, and it would be a slow process, but yeah, we get the job done. This literally says gamer, okay? Okay, I need you to be a gamer of your life, and yes, oh, this is a recording. You can do that. All right, now, I also found that the owner of the dog has this innate ability to mind read, and which results in her yelling at me in a negative tone. Because she has mixed feelings on, she doesn't know how she can communicate these thoughts that pop into her head, but she knows they need to be said, and people kept shutting her down. So then she started telling people, and then she just became argumentative. But you could tell there was love. She had a feeling of caringness behind it, but there was a lot of sarcasm, which happens as a parent because sometimes you don't have the answer, but you know it's right. So, which my grandmother solved that real quick, because I was the why child. Why? She says, here, I am done with you asking me why. I want you to do as I say, not as I do, from now on. I'm like, okay, get it, got it, good. So I stopped asking her questions of why, or anything from that matter, and just listened to her what she wanted me to do. So I then asked everyone else why, and then you would hear my grandmother laugh, and if I articulated the question right, you would hear the oh, and then I'm like, okay, I'm on to something here. Articulate as many different questions as possible to that person or the surrounding community. And then eventually she would tell me to go do something, and I would leave. Of which they were confused. They're like, why does he do that with you? And I'm like, settle down. So anyway, she taught me how to cook, or rice. And the other person's name is Ashley. She knows how to change people's visual perceptions. I don't know how else to explain it except for we're wearing augmented reality glasses, and she can literally make herself look like Sandra Bullock. I don't know. It's fucking amazing. It is cool. It is a driving force. But there's more to that argument, which I'm not able to articulate and discuss. That's a woman thing, I believe. So, and all this is woman. So if you at any point said how, whoa, man, if you didn't come here to party and you're just going to shit on us from above with that degree, you need to go back to the front of the line, okay? Because we don't want your type buying us, all right? So, with respect, because you have knowledge, your brain is trying to communicate a problem, and it makes sense to you in that language. So again, just like the different species, you are now a dog. All right, act like a fucking dog, and imagine that you're not communicating right to the mass population. And this whole logic in college of one thing doesn't have anything to do with the other, bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. All right? So, I think I explained that in an audio that I didn't post online. But basically said, if you have to use English or the sounds of English or whatever, your concept does not negate the original logic. The fact that I put this logic together and it all makes sense and ties everything together makes that the most solid base that we have today, which makes that the core logic, superseding anything that uses it. All right? If you truly have an original idea, create another language with different sounds and different actions. That simple. So, back to the 31-minute video where I requested, I think $175,000 or something. I need that. So, all right, let's go ahead and go epoch time to substantially do that. All right, then we did that. Oh, I need to refresh. So, because, and this is a huge argument, don't come around me. You'll fuck me up. All right? And I'm talking city and say, if you don't know your own shit, you're putting off energy and you're fucking up all my team. All right? You are where you are for a reason. You chose that. I chose to be here to stay that far away. Figure out my language, and then you'll know not to ask how or should I, because you'll just know. All right, of which this is a horrible example, but drug addiction or alcohol addictions, actual people who know how to maintain a life, yet take breaks and vacations that don't use whatever, and are willing to shit their life away, already know. They have this. All right, between the two sides, there's a bunch of gray areas. All right, figure it the fuck out. Don't just get up and travel because, oh, he figured it out from whatever locational logic. No, no, no. I moved around. I've been in Illinois and Missouri. I've been to Wisconsin, Texas, Louisiana, all these different places. It's the same fucking thing for that town. You just got to figure out your 3 points of logic. So, money, 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 money. Oh, okay, that reminded me. So. Okay, so I accidentally hit something that put the computer to sleep. I'm not sure if it was still recording. All right, way back is really good because it pushes you back to Windows 7. It was really easy. Pay for this shit. I had to steal it because I'm literally still living out of my car, of which temporarily, as you know, I'm using a computer. But we did that, and then so back to the language set, exoftNET. This company, based on this URL, I know is the solution for the website that I need, that I've talked about, the tic-tac-toe website. All right, that will result in continual answers for everyone. I don't know how to explain it. The logic that needs to go into that website are for people that sort of get this, but are in different aspects of their brain or know different knowledge. This will carry it over. So AI, the JK, okay? This is, you get to a point where you're at binary thinking, you go back up to this, 4 square. I already told you, top, down, left, right are your only choices. The center one was the previous one. These 4 are all adds. Okay, I know that. I can explain it. There's a specific logic to it, of which I can't explain to you until it's made. Okay, if I try to learn the new language, it fucks me up and I have to learn the entire thing because there's errors in that logic based from this. So I've got to rebuild and reformulate, and it's usually a fucking 3D matrix, which we're not even to that point to explain how that works. But anyways, not going to talk about it. So I need 100, well, I keep going up. It was 135 because that's where I was at. 135, that's all I was trying to explain, and it had the zeros after it. All right, and then it was 75 for one person, and then 30 and 30, and then it got to 165. Again, I'm only able to say certain numbers. So I put in an open thing on Reddit, which I'm not going to keep clicking stuff because it takes me down different pathways and I got to find my way back. But I've already contacted the guy. I gave him the general thing, and then he wants to have more of a discussion, when in reality he just wants money. I know that. I don't have money. I can't have that conversation because it'll change everything, okay? Until I have the money. So I can just say, here's the money, figure it the fuck out. I will tell you, you get a working website, I will tell you exactly what needs to be fixed. That's that. How much money will that take? It's got to be a money process at this point until we get that website made. And this is not just for me. This is not personal gain. And I've been telling people that. This is for a lot of people. This is a domino effect at this point. I'm in an autocorrect. These other people are in autocorrects. They've been pushing me. I don't know how to explain it else than that. This is the biggest domino that needs to fall. God bless. Oh, and you're amazing. I don't know how else to say it. Everyone. I'll figure it the fuck out. Don't think bad of anyone. Any guilt that you're trying to push on anyone, push that right back on yourself, because this is out there and everything. All right, the fact that no one else did it, well, it has your name. No, those are actual markers. That's all it is. My parents figured it out and then gave me that name. Okay, this has been around for, well, at least since the 60s. Or that's what we're led to believe. But that logic, that base core single circle logic, has been since the beginning of the creation of the alphabet, period. Just don't. You're wrong, okay? You're just wrong. If you got 20 bucks, push it my way. Show me your location with that on the digital realm. So that way we can work out how to get you to where you desire in your dream in the actual reality. So that way I have the tools so you can work yourself from 0 to hero or 0 to bajillionaire. It's a simple process. All right, once again, sorry, I digress, and I'm very selfish. So I'm going to say it's about the money, and I want to take care of my family and make sure they can create their dreams and make sure Melvin is able to do programming. God bless.